In our special series, Day One, we're hearing from experts about the critical issues the next president will face the moment he or she takes the oath. Tonight, Margaret Brennan talks to retired general and former CIA and NSA director Michael Hayden about the dangers of China on Day One.
China is not an enemy of the United States of America. There aren't any good reasons for China ever to be an enemy of the United States. People of my background actually spend more time worrying about Chinese failure than we do Chinese success, Chinese weakness, than we do Chinese strength.
How would they be more of a threat if they're weaker rather than stronger?
You've got these very extensive and frankly unfounded claims to the waters of the South China Sea. So you see the Chinese kind of reverting to nationalism, falling back onto nationalism to keep the party in power. That's what I mean when I suggest that a failing China might actually be more dangerous than a successful China.
What's the worst case scenario for you?
The worst case scenario is that China does not act with patience with regard to those territorial disputes in the South China Sea. Some inadvertent incident, ships banging one another, aircraft hitting one another in flight, all of which have happened in the region.
So when we see these reports of Chinese jets buzzing American aircraft, we should be very concerned.
I am personally very concerned because it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much human error to turn that excess of emotion, all right, into an international incident.
What's the best case?
We're talking about an increased American presence in the island chain that surrounds China. What that is, from my point of view, is making it more difficult for anyone to do something stupid in 3, 5, or 10 years in trying to convince themselves that a military option is actually a useful thing.
Is America paying enough attention to China?
The single most important issue we have is the Sino-American relationship. Day to day, it doesn't look like the most urgent one, but it is by far the most important.
Here's where the candidates stand. Hillary Clinton vowed to curb China's military expansion, support U.S. allies pushing back against Beijing's land grabs, and confront China about its unfair trade practices. Donald Trump says he'll build up America's military presence in Asia, slap fines on Chinese-made imports, and make it cheaper to produce goods here by lowering the corporate tax rate. Margaret Brennan, CBS News, New York.